Mike Tyson is giving a lot of credit to one person for the enormous success of his pay-per-view fight over the weekend, and it's not Mike Tyson he's thanking. Watch this.
That's what's it's amazing, right?
Yeah, it's really amazing. Who he's talking about is Jake Paul. And because if you saw the pay-per-view, and even if you didn't, you've seen it by now, the highlights, because it's the most memed thing from the fight, was Jake's knockout of former NBA star Nate Robinson. So Jake's gonna be with us in just a second, but first, just so you understand the impact of this is what Mike Tyson himself said about Jake's fight after the event.
Well, listen, my ego says so many things, but my reality is they help boxing so much. Boxing owe these guys they owe these YouTube boxers some kind of, respect. They should give them some belts because these guys make boxing alive. Boxing was pretty much a dying sport. UFC was kicking our butt. And now we got these YouTube boxers. Boxing has been 25 million views. Boxing's going back, thanks to the YouTube boxers.
That is one of the most significant possible changes in sports in my memory. And I think he's right, because the following that YouTube stars like Jake Paul has, that could make that could turn boxing around. It's amazing. We got to bring him in right now.
Yeah, let's bring in the man who's getting that high praise from Mike Tyson. Jake Paul, welcome to TMZ Live. How you doing, man?
Hey, Jake.
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me. I'm excited, man. Mike Tyson's a legend. It's so crazy that he's giving us props like that. But I worked hard. I worked hard for this moment, and we all did our parts to put on an amazing show.
Jake, for Mike Tyson, the guy who, and no offense to you, obviously Mike and Roy are the headliners, and that's who people are tuning into. But you put on a show that I don't think a lot of people, maybe for the first time, they were seeing you box for the first time, and that's the thing that I'm sure you're still looking at the memes that are popping up over your knockout of Nate.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people expected me to lose because I'm this YouTube celebrity kid, like pretty boy, whatever. But I'm a serious, legitimate pro boxer. I've had 2 fights now, 2 knockouts. I've only been in the ring for 3 rounds in my entire professional career. And I'm a force to be reckoned with, baby. Like it's big time now. It's big time now. I'm thinking about fighting LeBron James next. Who wants it?
Okay.
Well, we know you're not going to fight LeBron, but I do have a question, because I've been hearing rumblings this morning that you have your eye on Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he called him out after the fight, which is, I'm sorry, Jake, but that's suicide.
Yeah.
I mean, Nate Robinson, who had never fought before, and then jumping at someone like Conor?
Yeah, trust me, you guys don't know what's going on in these sparring sessions. You guys don't know who I'm fighting in practice. I'm fighting these legitimate pro boxers in practice. I'm training with them. I'm training with the best people. I'm at or above Conor McGregor's level in the boxing ring. He got carried by Floyd Mayweather in that fight. And furthermore, what other fighter with this big of a platform is calling out Conor McGregor? The guy he's fighting in January, Dustin Poirier, my dog's right here. My dog's Instagram account has more followers than the guy Conor McGregor's fighting. So,
okay, but there's a difference. You're talking about social media influence. I know. Look, I'm sure your dogs can whoop Dustin when it comes to social media influence, but that doesn't help you when you get in the ring. It's not about social media influence. It's about, can you fight? And that's a big difference.
I'm going to shock the world just like I did on Saturday night. People thought Nate Robinson was going to beat me because he's an athlete and he's so buff and yada, yada. Guys, I'm taking this seriously. I'm 23 and I'm working my ass off. And I just became one of the biggest prize fighters overnight with that performance. So Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul will happen.
Okay,
Charles, I would not. Charles, I would not.
It's 2020. Anything can happen.
Okay. Hey, Jake, we got to ask you something about related to the fight, and you mentioned the comforts of home. After the fight, which was at Staples Center in downtown LA, you went to your home in Calabasas, had a celebration. A lot of videos were posted, and a lot of people were questioning the safety here as far as the pandemic. And even the mayor of Calabasas has come out and condemned this party. To that, you say what?
Next question. No comment.
Well, I mean,
Wow,
for
okay.
what it's worth, I didn't even know there was a mayor of Calabasas. I didn't realize.
I didn't want to slight the mayor, but I was gonna say
No,
that
I mean,
too.
no slight to him. I just didn't know it was its own
It's a
city.
she. The mayor is a she.
I apologize. I just didn't know it was its own city, but apparently
I didn't either.
So, so if you're going to do this, Jake, I know you're calling out Conor McGregor, and I got this weird feeling that could happen. But what do you do? Are you getting like, you know, I mean, I'm not sure how it works. Do you join the World Boxing Association? How does it work where you kind of get in there as one of the boxers to rise to the top?
I'm already doing it. You know, I'm already a licensed pro fighter. And it's been 36 hours and I've received probably 12 fight offers. There's probably been 50 people calling me out to fight. So I'm at the top now, top of the food chain overnight with that performance. It's undeniable. And, you know, I contributed to helping this event get millions and millions and millions of pay-per-view buys and millions of views. So the offers have been crazy. The brands have been crazy. And at this point, I'm calling the shots. You know, I'm now a 8-figure fighter. And I cemented myself as that. And it's exciting.
So you're saying that you're getting a lot of offers for fights. Any names that you would mention? And I know there have been some athletes, some other basketball players who say they want to avenge Nate Robinson, but it seems to me like it would be more, this is where you need to take a serious fight and not another exhibition against a
professional
player.
boxer.
We want a big name. So, well, we'll see. There's a lot of names in the pool. But I'm just gonna get to pick who makes the most sense, and I want to challenge myself too. I want to challenge myself, like you said. I want to fight a formidable opponent and shock the world once again, because everyone's saying like, oh, he beat up an NBA player, but you know, if I would have lost, then I wouldn't have heard the end of it forever. So they're always gonna have an excuse after I beat these opponents. They're always gonna have something to say. They're always gonna be like, well, that person wasn't this or that. So, you know, that's how this fight business goes, and I'm just going to continue to prove people wrong with each fight.
Okay.
I'm not doubting you on this, Jake. I'm not doubting you at all.
Jake, I'll admit, I'm in that camp that feels like this wasn't the most challenging fight for you, but you're right. You just keep winning, and if you keep winning, then you prove me wrong. And you know, look forward to. I'll tell you this: I'll watch your next fight. That's for sure.
I'll watch your next fight, and I also think that you have a huge career in boxing. I really believe that.
Thank you, and you know, I want to continue to put on a great show. And I talk a lot. I'm cocky, but I'm 2 for 2 now. So let's see what happens.
You know who else talked a lot of crap? Muhammad Ali.
Me and him have the same birthday.
Really?
This is my Muhammad Ali tribute tattoo. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Congratulations. Seriously, this was an epic fight.
It was entertaining, man.
Everybody's watching now.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Hey, our pleasure.
Let's get it.